Hi, in this video, I'll be talking about the concept which is quite difficult to understand, which is comprehensible input by Mr. Stephen Krashen. In fact, I'll be making, or I will make 5 videos with each one focusing on one of his 5 hypotheses. So, Mr. Stephen Krashen actually discusses the the um, the issue of second language acquisition in terms of his the input or the monitor hypothesis or the monitor model, in which he develops 5 hypotheses. So in this video, the focus is going to be placed on the most important hypothesis, which is comprehensible input. So, according to Stephen Krashen, comprehensible people learn language by being exposed to reading text, listening to radios, listening to TV. For Mr. Krashen, Stephen Krashen, he strongly believes in the idea that people get input from what they read and from what they listen to. He also claims that people learn the language gradually, and of course in a process of getting the input from these 2 sources, which are listening and reading. Krashen doesn't believe in the idea that people start learning the language by speaking. He doesn't at all believes in this hypothesis. So people, for Mr. Krashen, couldn't make or couldn't be in interactive conversation or talk or any communication without being without having been exposed to as many as much as possible to breathing and listening. For Mr. Krashen also, the more you read, the more information, the more input that you get from listening and reading. What is more is that Mr. Krashen takes it beyond by determining what kind of input that people should be exposed to. So people should be exposed to the input that makes sense to them, which means that input that they understand. If they don't understand, they couldn't follow you. They couldn't continue listening. They couldn't continue reading what they have been reading. And of course, I think it does make sense that people start learning the language by being exposed to these two different, these two receptive skills, which means, through reading and listening. The more you read and the more you listen to written and oral text, the more input you get. So the input should be comprehensible according to Stephen Krashen, and to better understand it more and more. Stephen Krashen says that develops the concept of I+1. So I refers to what people could do on their own, and +1 represents what people it represents something which is a step beyond people. So which means of course, according to what they know, they will try to understand. They will try to do some kind of effort, and they will work hard and hard to understand the +1. So to bring it to the end, for Stephen Krashen, people learn a language in one way and only one way. It's when people get the comprehensible input. So I hope that this video makes sense to you. Thank you, and see you in the next video, in which we are going to tackle one of Mr. Stephen Krashen's hypotheses. So bye for now.